to the Architect as a Bot introductory video. This is basically like your hello world video for bots within Architect. And when I say bots within Architect, we're talking about bot flows because you can actually design bots using Architect bot flows. They're very powerful and have lots of neat functionality available to them. Just one thing to remember before I even get started is if you open up Architect and you go to the flow type drop down here and you don't see bot flows listed here, this video, while it's horrendously entertaining, you won't be able to follow along because there's not a problem if you don't see this here. All that means is you have not purchased the dialogue engine bot flows product for your organization. So that's what's needed. And once you have that purchase for your organization, you'll be able to go ahead and start making bots with Architect. So that's kind of my initial disclaimer here. But what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and create a simple inbound call flow. And this inbound call flow will go ahead and call a bot flow, and it's going to be a banking bot. And the bot is simply going to say, well, what do you want to do today? And we're going to say, I want to check my account balance. And then the bot is going to say, well, okay, please tell me your account number. And it's going to be an 8-digit account number. And from there, I will say, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And if someone gives us the special account number of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, we'll go ahead and have it read back a balance of $50 US dollars. If not, it's not going to do anything. I don't know, maybe I'll go ahead and put in a little communicate action in there and it will just say, sorry, I don't know your account number or something like that. But in a nutshell, this is cool, right? We're going to show how to get an inbound call to create a bot flow. The bot flow is going to interact with the caller. It's going to get input from them, and we'll do stuff and things based on that input. So let's see. The very first thing we're going to do is just typical stuff. Let's create an inbound call flow. And I'm going to call it my bank bot demo caller. This is a demonstration flow that calls a banking bot. We'll just keep it for, okay, English United States, and create it in the demo division. Here we go. Okay, so typical stuff, right? We just have our main menu, and it just says, hello, this is the initial greeting. Let's change that. We're going to say, welcome to our bot flow demo. Easy enough. And then we're going to say here, like the next thing, it says you're at the main menu, press 9 to disconnect. We're going to say you're at the main menu, press 2 to talk to a bot, and press 9 to disconnect. All right. We're going to go ahead and put this into a reusable task where we call the bot flow. Okay, so we're going to go here. We're going to say we want to add a reusable task. We're going to call it the bot task. And in order to go ahead and call a bot flow, okay, you can see we've got the bot category. Here's our bot flow, the call bot flow action. You can drag it out. If you haven't seen this before, this is a quick and easy way to get actions to be added right in line within a task. So if I just click on this and I go to toolbox, see, I can just add it right there. So you don't have to like drag it all the way from the toolbox over. So right now, this is what we're going to say our call demo bot flow. There's some other neat stuff which we could do with bots that we're not going to take advantage of right now, like this bot input text. Okay, so applies an initial utterance to the bot that will be processed by the first ask action executed in the bot flow. But here, basically, this is where it's like, okay, please, flow author, go ahead and tell me the bot flow that you want to call. Before we go ahead and do this, I'm going to finish up just a little bit more logic in our bot task. and we're going to hook up a menu choice for this too. So at the end of calling, like after we call the bot, the banking bot, and execution returns back to the call flow, we're going to have this. We're going to have it simply jump to a menu. And in fact, pretty easy one. We're just going to go to the main menu. Okay, you don't have to like do that. Obviously, you could disconnect the call, you know, do whatever you feel like. But in this case, for our demo, that's what's going to happen. You come back from the bot. We're going to go back to the main menu and let you do stuff. In a future tutorial, we'll go ahead and show you how like you can get some information back from the bot too to the call flow. It's really neat. Okay, so let's hook up a menu choice for this. Here we go, toolbox, and we're going to jump to a reusable task. It's the one we just added. I'm going to set a DTMF of 2. Remember, this is the one for where we're going to let someone talk to the bot. And in fact, I'm going to put bot in here too. If somebody wants to say bot, that's fine. We'll go ahead and run our demo bot flow then too. Select a task. We're going to go to the bot task. Excellent. One thing which I will point out right now, and we can just fix this up, is notice here that if you like, it's fine in a normal inbound call flow to use the Genesys TTS engine. When we're using bot flows though, you cannot. And so, but this would go into, it'll actually end up being an error, a validation error. So what we'll do is we're going to go ahead and we're going to use Google instead. And we'll just pick ENUS standard A, that's fine. But so now notice how, actually, I don't know if you saw this, but the validation, the error count went from 2 to 1. So that's because we're using Google, which is fine. So what's going on there? Why is this the case? Well, it's an interesting one, which we could talk about later, but the idea is that the text-to-speech engine, both the engine and the voice settings, come from the calling flow. So it's a little bit different in the bot flow world than it is for call flows, where each flow that supports languages, you put the text-to-speech engine and you put the voice to use on each flow. In a nutshell, bot flows get it from the invoking flow in Architect. So it's the bot flow will use Google TTS and ENUS standard A when it's chatting with someone on a call. Okay, so time to go back. Let's go ahead and finally create this bot flow. I'm going to click on the call demo bot flow action. And notice we have this plus right here. Okay, now I'm going to say my bank bot demo. This is a demonstration banking bot. We'll keep the language the same. It's also in the demo division. That doesn't matter, right? Like you can call flows that are in different divisions from the calling flow. That's absolutely fine. That's by design. You know, we don't have to worry about any of that. And we've got this template, and look, all right, bank bot. The template in this case is going to specify natural language understanding information. So it's a pre-configured model that the bot is going to use. So here we go. Let's save and proceed. We'll see a little bit more when we hop in here to the bot flow. Saving. There we go. Notice my bank bot demo. We are in a bot flow, right? And they look a lot like other Architect flows. This is like one of the powerful things about bot flows is you have a lot of all the Architect capabilities when it comes to you know, expression functions and all sorts of actions and things like that that you can do within a bot flow, which really makes life easy to integrate with various different pieces of Genesys Cloud. At the same time, you still are designing a bot. You know, you start off here, right here. This is your starting bot, default bot. This section is new. It's called Natural Language Understanding. Sometimes you might hear people refer to that as NLU. That's just kind of the lingo, but they might say, well, that's your NLU. That's what it means. It's Natural Language Understanding. And this is like within the bot, we're describing stuff that, you know, it knows about. So intents, slots, slot types, knowledge, learning, utterance, history. These are things either about the bot or things that the bot has done in the past. And we're not really going to get into that right now. Okay, we're focusing more on just hello world, not all the intricacies of designing like intents and slots and all that stuff. But what's kind of neat here is that, you know, out of the gate, this banking bot does have a check account balance intent, and it has a find a branch intent. And there are these slots called account number and zip code. Okay, so all we're going to be doing is we're just worried about, well, not worried, but we're just going to be demonstrating how to check an account balance. There's more stuff that's going to go on there, like there's utterances and what does somebody have to say to, you know, kind of give the connotation to the bot of, oh, look, I want to check the account balance. But all we're going to have to say is check my account balance, and execution is going to go from here where it says, what do you want to do? And then it's going to say, what is the account number? And then we'll add some logic down here to say, if it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, we'll do that. Play back, hey, you've got $50 in your account. So right here, easy enough. Here's ask for slot. Right here, this you can see this slot.account number, that's a variable. Okay, these are variables that Architect creates based on the slots that you defined in a bot. So in this case, like I'll just show you real quick, but there's an account number slot. And now if I go here, I can click on slot.account number. See, it's a variable. And look at it, it even tells you variable for the for the account number slot. It's also, in this case, this is kind of neat. Here you go, input to flow and output from flow. So you can see that it's already been pre-marked as something which can be used as an input or output from the flow. Not worried about that now. I'm just showing a little bit of the mechanics by which you can get data into and out of a bot flow for slots, not just flow level variables, but slots as well. And here we go, logical decision action. So is it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8? Okay. And we just say slot dot account number equals 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And if it's a yes, okay, now how do we say something, right? Because bot flows are really cool. Bot flows can talk to people on audio channels, and they can also use text. So if you're used to designing either with like inbound message flows or inbound chat flows, and you're building up strings and, you know, sending responses back to someone, you know, you're using string values, right? Or like within call flows, if you're gonna have the call flow talk to somebody like a caller, you'll use a play audio action. Well, communication, like the communication data type that's new for bot flows, it serves this dual purpose. It's really powerful. But basically, if a bot is talking with somebody on an audio channel, it will use audio. And if it's on a text channel, it will use text. But you only have to use like the communication data type and something like the communicate action here. Okay, so this is kind of like a play audio with the ability to have text as well. So I'll show you how, it's really easy. But let's see, we're gonna say balance. There are no items configured. Well, we're gonna go into a communication builder. Okay, we're gonna add text. Balance is, okay, and then we will do a quick expression and to communication. By the way, you don't have to put this in here. The parser would actually go ahead and put to communication in for you. but I just thought this would be a little bit more clear to see it. Make currency. Okay, and we're going to say 50. All right, so if the bot is on a call, it's going to send this off to the text-to-speech engine, and it's going to say your balance is, and it'll be $50. And if you're on a digital flow, like if the bot is interacting with somebody, like say on a chat, this will actually take a currency value, and it will call the toDisplayString function inside of Architect to put that value back out. Okay, so let's do save. That's all I want to do here. Easy enough. What would you like to do? What is the account number? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. If so, we've got this. Your balance is going to be $50. Oh, why not? Let's go ahead and add this one thing. We'll just say, if they don't give us 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 as an account number, we'll just say, I am sorry, I do not know. There, easy enough. So typically, when bots run, like a lot of times they will follow up when they're done and say, hey, is there anything else I can help you with? And just because I feel like it, let's go ahead and put this in here. I'm going to show the anything else loop, but it's very simple. We just have this, and that's our anything else loop right there. And I'm going to move everything that we just saw inside the anything else loop. Okay. I will make it a little bit bigger. But that's the idea. So now our bot's going to say, what do you want it to do? And we're going to say, I want to check my account balance. We'll give it the account number. It tells us $50. Then the bot is also going to say, hey, is there anything else I can help you with? And then we'll say no. Execution's going to execute the bot flow here, and it will come back to the call flow. Let's publish this. All right, and almost done. Almost done. There we go. Okay, now we're going to go back to the inbound call flow. Okay. See, when we created this flow by clicking on the plus, notice it's saved. Okay, so this is all good. We've got we've got what we need. Okay, so now I'm not going to go ahead and show anything, but it is pretty like here. Notice this binding for execution results. That's a string binding. So see that check account balance? That's the intent, right? That we're going to go through that. But when I call in and say I want to check my account balance, the bot actually can return this back to you here. So you can bind a string variable to intent, and then you know what they did, right? You'd know what they went ahead and on the ask for intent action, like what the bot processed. And you can also see here too, like the account number, right? Like I could bind that. I could bind a variable to the account number. And if I got one, it would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That would be the string value for like if I run through this demo and you bound to that. There's nothing, even if I bound a zip code and I never gave the bot the zip code value, it wouldn't have anything, but that's the mechanics by which you do it. So if somebody's going to say, man, this kind of looks a lot like data actions, absolutely. In fact, it looks a lot like calling flows in general. It's the same exact mechanics by which you can launch like a workflow. So the workflow flow type within Architect. So yeah, there's a lot of similarities. We're obviously building on top of stuff that works. And so we're not going to use any of that though for this demo. So here we go. Let's publish this call flow. There we go. It's published. Let's call this thing. Okay. If you haven't done this before, like let's do a new phone call. You can call an inbound call flow directly from within the UI here. So the only thing you have to remember is that flow names that have spaces need to be escaped with a %20. If your flow doesn't have any spaces in it, it's really easy to just, you can just type your flow name and then put @localhost. So my %20 bank %20 bot %20 demo caller, and then you do @localhost. Now we're going to call it.
Welcome to our bot flow demo. You are at the main menu. Press 2 to talk to a bot and press 9 to disconnect. What would you like to do?
Check account balance.
What is the account number?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Your balance is $50. Is there anything else I can help with?
No.
You are at the main menu. Press 2 to talk to a bot and press 9 to disconnect.
Hey, see, there we go. Right, that was expected. We called the bot flow and we jump back to the main menu. Boom, there we are. And then I just press 9 to disconnect. So there you go. That's hello world. Really quick and easy intro to bot flows, but hey, look, we got a bot talking to someone, soliciting input. We got some input back. We did some conditional execution based on, what was said to the bot. Like I say, neat stuff here. So, all right. Hey, Yeti, give me a high five. All right. So, and on that note, there's going to be more of these videos coming. And like I've done in the past, I know these haven't been seen outside of Genesys before, but hit the like button if you like this video. And remember, there is no like button. All right. Well, hey, I will see you next time. Thanks.